On Thursday, September 4, my team and I woke up to the devastating news. Immigration and Customs Enforcement was a Hyundai. From 11 a.m. until almost 11 p.m., it was chaotic. Not just for the immigrant workers, but for the entire community as a whole. Helicopters and drones circled the facility. Roads were blocked, and our phones rang non-stop. Calls from desperate family members looking for their loved ones. The calls have not stopped since then. We still have people calling our office, terrified and uncertain and heartbroken. Many of these people had legal work permits. Yet, they still felt intimidated, mistreated and abused by ICE. Make no mistake, we cannot call ourselves a civilized society if the very people who build our homes, our cars, and our futures are treated this way. We cannot call ourselves a civilized society if the very people who keep coastal Georgia thriving are treated this way.
Georgia celebrated Hyundai LG plan as a $7.6 billion investment, the largest in our state's history, promising more than 8,500 jobs. For years, this project was praised as a model of a partnership between Georgia and Korea, a symbol of economic growth and international cooperation. But that promises has now been overshadowed. On September 4th, ICE carried out the largest single-site raid in its history, a Hyundai LG plant near Savannah. Instead of partnership, the world saw 475 workers shackled and treated as criminals.
Blank warrant forms in hand, showing that they were planning to detain individuals indiscriminately. By 6:30 p.m., 7 buses had been filled with workers from South Korea, Mexico, Colombia, Ecuador, Chile, and Venezuela to be detained. This expansion, like last week's raid, is unacceptable and morally bankrupt, and gives ICE the infrastructure to carry out the administration's xenophobic and racist mass deportation agenda.
But I do look at this as a Georgia state legislator, and I think of all that Georgians have invested in this project, all that Georgians have invested in building a relationship with Korea, a business relationship, a diplomatic relationship, a friendship, and how much this situation on Thursday, this raid, undermines that friendship.
A few of those had criminal activity beyond just being here past final removal orders, and they will face the consequences for that.